and I am here with Jamie from the Jamie B Experience. And today we are here to pick her brain a little. That's right. We're going to talk about her journey to becoming an entrepreneur, business owners, amazing hairstylist, and just the road that it took for her to get where she is. So if you are a new hairstylist, you are a new entrepreneur, you want to open up a salon, this is something that you definitely want to check out, because she is here and she is on a journey to success and literally taking over this $1 billion industry that we call beauty. You know, we don't look at beauty industry for what it is, and it's literally $1 billion industry, and black women are taking that back. And to see black women just trail and just get it is just amazing. So we're gonna pick her brain a little and ask some questions. So let's go. Let's get into it. So first of all, I want to ask you, what made you want to be a stylist? And by the way, we went to middle school together. Yes. So for us to be literally like in the same industry and just doing our thing is just amazing. So what made you want to be a hairstylist and say, I'm going to be a hairstylist, I'm going to be my own boss, and this is what I'm doing, and take this profession serious?
I think as a child I already knew what I wanted to do. I did the whole neighborhood hair. I did my sister's hair. I just came up with knowing that I'm a beast at braids. I like doing it, so I took it further. I would go on jobs, and I had plenty of other jobs that I just quit. I walked out on. I don't like the whole supervision telling me what to do and not to do. I'm late. I don't want to clock in. I'm tired. So I knew that I wanted to be a boss. So I knew that it was time for me to take a step further, and I knew no matter what I did, it brought me back to doing hair. So I knew that's exactly what I wanted to do.
Early on, right?
Early on.
Early on. What made you, where did you get the motivation? Because I think a lot of people know what they want to do, but they don't have the motivation to do it. They don't have that drive to do it. And you have to have a passion to motivate the drive to do it. So we gave you the motivation to say, you know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it as a career. Like, where did you get your motivation? What was your motivation to keep you going?
Besides like my kids, it was just an initial push within myself. Like I said, I didn't like the 9 to 5. It wasn't for me. So I knew that me being my own boss was the only route to take. So behind passion and prayer, I just took a leap out, and I'm like, this is what I have to do. It's time for me to just step out and do one thing and one thing only. And that was when I knew me just taking a personal push, that's all it took. And family and support, that's where I got it from.
Yeah, and I think people look at getting a building, doing all the business behind it. I feel like that stopped a lot of people as well. You know, how did you kind of migrate through those leaps to have a grand opening and to say, I am in business, the Jamie B Experience is here? Why do people use that, like the business part, to stop them from doing certain things?
I think more so is the overhead. I think people are scared of it to take on another bill. Nobody wants to pay two rent, 2 light bills, 2 water bills. So I think people are more afraid of the financial part of it. You know you have the talent, you know you have the support and the motivation, but some people are just scared to put out extra money. And I started from the bottom. I started doing hair at home. I did hair at home for 6 years. I was one of those kitchen stylists, and that was fine with me because in my mind it was fast money, and I got to keep all of it. I didn't have to pay anybody to be in a salon or to pay boot rent. So for me, I was real comfortable, and I think that's another thing. I think a lot of hairstylists are comfortable just being at home. They can have their kids, they can still be a mom, they can be a wife, they can be a girlfriend. So it's more convenient for them. But most of all, I think what strays a lot of hairstylists away from branding off and making themselves bigger is the financial part of it. They're scared of that. The financial.
And that could be do you believe that could be the very thing that really hold them back from their true potential? You know, because you only have certain stylists, you only have certain people that's gonna, like Beyonce is not gonna come to your house. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you believe that you're blocking yourself off from bigger blessings by not taking those leaps and those financial leaps to be able to brand yourself better and really market yourself as a true brand and business? Because certain people are not going to come to your house. They're just not comfortable. Your house could be nice. Your house could be, you can live in $1 million house, you know, but certain people are not going to come to your house for business, and that's just what it is. So you believe you have to take those steps to really push yourself to the next level?
I think that does stop a lot of potential clients from booking with you. I think that you should be in a professional environment at all times. Nobody wants to come to your house and maybe you had an argument with your spouse or the kids just running around, or maybe someone just want to feel like they're in a professional environment. And I tell my girls who work with me all the time, my teammates, that you have to look the part, you have to be the part, you have to come to part. So nobody wants to come to your house all the time. And if you steady book people that wants to come into your house, that's what you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract those type of people. And everybody's not on Instagram. Everybody's not on Facebook. So you have to go after the attorney, the judges, and the doctors, and that's where all of your steady clientele is going to come in at. That's where your professional clientele is going to come in at. And those type of people do not want to come and pull up at your house. They don't want to find somewhere to park. They want to come in a professional environment, and they want to get done professionally in a professional environment. So that does block a lot of people from booking with hairstylists.
Yes. How do you feel about people that don't value your time as a stylist? You like coming from like those kitchen days, you would be in somebody's house till 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock at night. It's like, that is crazy. How do you define that line of, this is a business, I open at this time, I take my clients at this time, and I close at this time, and being strict about it and not allowing people to conflict with your time, and not treating your business like a business, and she a hairstylist, she gonna take me at 9 o'clock, it's gonna be all good. How do you define that line? Like, I am a business and I'm not gonna be in here till 3 o'clock, and this is how this is going. How do you draw that line?
I think that comes into play with training your clients. You have to train people to respect you. Nobody's gonna openly respect you, because everybody have a selfish mentality in a crazy kind of way, so everybody feel entitled. Well, if I get off work at 6 p.m., I need my hair done at 7, so can I come to you? But that's where you go in and you train your clients. Once you train your clients, they're gonna follow your rules. If you have a late fee and they pay it one time, nobody likes putting out extra money.
No.
We are in a financial bind these days, so nobody likes putting out extra money that they don't need to. So if you hit your client with that first late fee, they will never be late again. If you train them to say, I'm open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., these are the times you need to book, can you please respect my mind? If they like your work, they're gonna respect your time. They're gonna respect your professionalism. They're gonna do all of that. So you just have to train your clients, and you have to be strong on your word. So once you say your word and you stick with it, they're gonna listen to you if they respect you as a hairstylist.
Yes. And that's where coming out of the kitchen lifestyle to having the business. If you in the kitchen, they're gonna be at your door at 1 o'clock if you let them. But when you at a business, if you say I close at 5, they're gonna be at that appointment for 4:30. And that's where being a business and being a brand is different from being just in your kitchen and just letting people just come and go as they please. With this being a huge industry, where do you see yourself in just the up and coming years, and like where you taking it at, and like just growing yourself and just getting out there? Where do you see yourself at?
Well, long term, my goal is this year, one of my goals is to go back to school and become a cosmetology instructor. With that, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to be an instructor, but in order for me to move in the way that I need to move, I have to take those steps to know the business in and out. Eventually, I want to open a cosmetology school. So I need to know what it feels like to be an instructor. I need to know what it feels like to be behind the chair, to own a salon. Because these are the things that I want to teach my students when they come to me. I want to teach them how to build a brand, how to be a good student, how to show up to school on time, how important it is. So I feel like me going back to school and becoming an instructor first, I'll have better training with training my instructors and them teaching my students. So I need to take all of the necessary steps for me to open my school. I need to do every position. I need to work every position. I need to be a cashier. I need to be a hairstylist. I need to be an instructor. I need to be the dean of the school. I need to be a businesswoman. So right now I'm just taking all of the necessary steps for me to open my school in the upcoming years.
Yeah. How do you feel? Okay, by us going to school, getting the education, getting the knowledge, getting all these things, how do you feel? This is for the clients out there, the clients that don't like to listen to their stylist, that think they know it all, but will come paid to sit in your chair. So this is for you clients out there that just feel like y'all know it all. How do you feel about those clients that come to you, don't take your advice, but they want you to do your hair, but they're not taking your advice, and you are the person that went to school, got the knowledge to do these things, but they still don't want to listen?
I think a lot of clients are still stuck on kitchen beauticians. I think a lot of them don't feel like you know what you're talking about. I think a lot of them still look at so many of us in the, oh, you just do hair type thing. You don't know, you're just saying that. But for the clients, I always educate my clients. If it comes, especially when it comes to hair coloring, I educate my clients and I put it in their mind. If you do this the wrong way, your hair will fall out. It will thin out. Let's not do that. I always give them an alternate route. They don't always listen, but it always bites them in the butt when they don't listen, and then they get what I'm saying afterwards. But at that point, it's too late. We have to figure out another solution to the problem. So just listen to your hairstylist, especially if your hairstylist went to school for 1,500 hours, 1,600 hours, and paid over 20 grand. Trust me, we're not telling you anything wrong. We're looking out for the better. And you'll know if you get a hairstylist that's in it only for the money. They will have no passion behind it. They're going to do whatever you ask them to do and not tell you the education behind it. If you get a hairstylist that give you an alternate route, that say, hey, maybe we should try this first and then let's do this. If they give you a plan, that means they're passionate and they're considerate about your hair. So listen, the ones that just do your hair and get the money, that's the ones who don't care. But if you run across a hairstylist like myself that actually care about your hair, you need to listen and follow what we say.
Yeah, and I feel like that's vital because it really draws that line. It makes you, it's kind of like disrespectful. It's like, I'm telling you this, but you're not believing me. You're just not taking nothing that I'm saying. You still want to do what you want to do. So it's kind of like, why are you here?
It's a trust thing. And
right.
You need to trust your hairstylist. You booked me for a reason.
Yeah.
You paid that deposit for a reason. So once you sit in my chair, trust the process. That's it. Just build trust with your clients. And like I said, that goes back to training your clients.
Yeah.
Just trust the process.
And that's going to piggyback off this next question. The chair hoppers. As a stylist, is like, if you have a doctor, you're pretty much going to that doctor. Anytime you need to see that doctor, you have built up that trust. That's where the trust comes in. You have built up that trust. You have built up that my doctor know what he's talking about. So it's like with your stylist, you have to do that as well. If you have a stylist that cares about your hair, that's telling you these things, you have to trust them. You have to build up that trust. Right. How do you feel about those people that's like, I want to go to Jamie for this. I want to go to this one for this. I want to go to that one for that. I want to go to this one. How do you deal with those people that they just want to chair hop? They're not loyal to nobody, but they want their hair to grow to their butt, but they're not loyal to nobody. So you have this stylist telling you that stylist telling you that. How do you feel about those people? And then the ones that go to somebody else and then come back and it's a tragic and it's like, well, girl, I told you not to do this. You didn't want to listen. Right. How do you feel about those clients? Because those clients, nobody wants those in this industry.
Those are the clients I don't deal with. I don't deal with chair hoppers. Plenty of times I get new clients and they'll write me on Instagram and they're like, oh, how much for this hairstyle? How much for that hairstyle? Or they'll send me a text and I shoot back my price. They don't respond. However, the next day I'll see them on another hairstylist page where they just got their hair done and they're shouting out the hairstylist. And then a week later they're texting me again, oh, you think you can fix this because the hairstylist didn't do it right. I don't entertain people who hop from chair to chair, who wants to ride every wave, who goes to the hottest hairstylist, or the people who's looking for every single deal. You're gonna get what you pay for. If somebody is steady running a special, 9 times out of 10, they need the money, they need the clientele, so they're running a special to get you in their chair. You're gonna get what you pay for in this industry. If it's a $50 sew-in, you're gonna look like $50. Now, I talked to a friend about chair hoppers, and she told me you should always have 2 of everything. I couldn't argue with her because sometimes your hairstylist may have a business trip or just out of town with the family, something's going on. You should always have a backup plan. So 1 to 2 hairstylists is okay with me. As long as you're loyal to the both of us, I'm okay with that. But for the ones who run from chair to chair looking for the hottest deal, I just don't deal with them. I block them from booking with me.
And talking about booking, I'm glad you say that. This is, the booking thing is kind of new. Like we was at first doing it from our phone, or shoot me a text, or give me a phone call. But that's not proper business, you know. So what made you say, you know what, I'm going through this booking site, you have to book with me, pay a deposit, or put your card on file. So, and I feel like people was taking advantage of stylists for, oh, I just shot her a phone call, or I just shot her a text. If I don't go, she can't really penalize me. But any spa you go to, you book that appointment and you don't show up, you're gonna pay a fee for that. Right. So what made you say, you know what, I am serious about this. I am serious about my time. If you book that spot, you need to be here because it's proper business, and I am running a business. I am not in the kitchen no more. This is not what business. What made you say that this is it? I'm not dealing with the people that's not showing up. You're gonna have to pay because it's my time, and somebody else probably wanted that time and they couldn't get that time because you took it and now you don't show up. How do you
to piggyback on what you said, I think it's a form of disrespect. I think when you book an appointment and you don't have the common courtesy to call or to text and say, hey, I'm running late, hey, something came up, I can't make it, or just be real. I have the utmost respect for women that's real and say, hey, I forgot my car note was due today, I can't make it, I need to scratch the hair appointment, whatever. As long as you notify me, it's all about communication. But what made me really draw the line is because it started to affect my business. I said, if I book an appointment with you for 8 a.m., that means I'm getting up at 7 a.m., I'm getting my kids prepared for school, I'm getting my mental together to come and deal with you as a client. So if you're taking up my energy and I come here and I'm here for you at the time that you need me to be here, that's what I expect of you as a client. I expect you to be here. So if I came here at 8 a.m., and I booked you at 8 a.m. and I'm just here for nothing, and my next client doesn't show up till 11, that means you waste my time. So it's all about business. And even with family and friends, they now have to pay that deposit also because it's business and it's not personal. So we just have to eliminate and differentiate business and personal, and that's why we draw the line. You have to pay a deposit. That's what it is.
You have to. Yeah. So I like when you brought up energy. Because I don't think people understand how many people we see in a day and how many energies we have to deal with. Because when you're talking about energy, you're not just talking about, oh, this person, that person. You're not dealing with them by their name. You're dealing with them by their energy. If somebody coming with bad energy, you're not going to even remember their name. You are going to remember their energy. She had a stank attitude. She was nasty. She was whatever. How do you deal with people that come in and they don't have a pleasant attitude or a good vibe? How do you control yourself and your vibe to be able to deal with it? Because I don't think people understand. We are talking to people, we are counselors, we are all these things. And if you come in with bad energy, we feel it. We are dealing with your crown chakra. We feel if you have bad energy. Trust me. And it affects us as well because we're dealing with your hair and that negative energy is just steaming off your head and we feel it. How do you feel about those people that come in with a negative attitude, like they've seen your work, they know what you can do, and they come in with a weird attitude? How do you control your energy to deal with that?
Most of the time we're playing music, and music for me is therapeutic. So whatever vibe I'm feeling, I play that radio station. So sometimes, if you're a new client, I don't like to get in your business, but if you're an old client and you've been coming to me for over 6 months, I feel like we have a relationship. So if I feel like something is bothering my client, I'm going to say, what's wrong with you? You know, you're not yourself today. What's going on? Like you said, we're the counselors, we're the doctors, we're everything that these clients come and they see you as a friend. So they vent to you. And I take it all in, and I go back and I act the part. Right. Well, I think you should do this. Look, it's good vibes. Let's pray together. Let's do this together. I always try to build a relationship with my clients so that we can become personal. Right. So if it's something that's going on, you can talk to me about it. If a financial buying come up, you can talk to me about it. And I understand why you didn't make that appointment. But for the people who just don't communicate and just come in with bad energy, I try not to let that affect me. I'll blast the music louder to try to get myself back in a mindset that I need to be in to block out all of that. But for the most part, I get to talk to my clients. I get to become personal with my clients, and sometimes their problems become mine. So we'll pray together or we'll talk it out. Most of the times, if you're doing hair, you're behind the chair and your client is like this in their phone. So when they go to do this, sometimes you can see a text and you can see that they're fussing with the husband, the boyfriend, or somebody. So, and then they stiffen up on you. So you kind of get that. And so it's like, I'll tell most of my clients, don't let that bother you. You know, let's get your hair done. You're going to feel pretty afterwards, and then your whole mindset. People don't understand the significance about getting your hair done. When people will have a terrible day, and once they leave the beauty salon, they're back in their phone taking selfies. Oh God, I'm fly, I look good, I feel good. Lifestyle. You know, and so just getting their hair done makes them feel better, no matter what they're going through.
Right, and that's part of our job as a stylist to just help bring everything together and kind of take it off you. Wash your hair, give you a good old massage, just kind of take that stress off, right? How do you, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, dealing with all type of clients all day, how do you create that balance for yourself to get off from work, 5, 6 o'clock, go home, cook dinner, do all these different things? How do you balance that? I think that is a lot of people's question when they're asking or talking to an entrepreneur, a business owner who is a mom, that balance. Everybody want to know that balance. How do you create it? How do you maintain and keep it moving and still be able to feed yourself and deal with self-care? How do you deal with that balance?
I think it's a whole lot of support. You have to have a lot of people are out here and they're on this independent kick. I don't need nobody. I don't need to. We all need somebody, and you need a support system. I'm not one of the ones who feel like I can do it all on my own. You need a support system. You need to have babysitters in line. You need to have grandma in line or somebody, whoever it may be. You need a support system, and that goes with a lot of days I can't go home and cook because I'm just so tired. So I'll go home and we eat fast food, you know, 4 times. I try not to do that, but most of the time it happens. It's like, so it's just a whole lot of prayer, a whole lot of patience, because once I leave here, I'm tired, but I still have to go home. I have to do homework. I still have to deal with whatever's going on in my kids' life, whatever they've been through throughout the whole day, basketball practice, whatever. So then I have a 4-year-old. So it's just a whole lot of patience and prayer and support. You need support. That's the biggest thing.
And that also goes back to that time management. That also goes back to, I have a family as well, so if you booked an appointment for 4:30, 5 o'clock, you need to be here because I don't want to walk in my house at 9 o'clock and deal with my kids. You know, they're probably in bed and their whole day is gone. So it's like, you have to respect your stylist. You know, you have to, and it's like certain things you may not be able to vent to your client, like, listen, I need you to be here. I need you to be on time. You know, so it's kind of like the passive way of letting them know that I am a business and respect me, and I have, you know, a family outside of this. Because it's definitely, entrepreneurship is definitely not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So just kind of fill us in on a day in the life of Jamie.
Pretty much, I wake up. I have to get my oldest on a school bus by 7. So he's out of the house at around 7:26. Once he's out of the house, I try to go back to sleep. I try to book all of my clients at 9 a.m. I try to start at 9 a.m. So that way, once my boy get on the bus, I can try to take a nap until 8:30. But I come here every morning before I walk through the door, I sit in my car and I pray. Because it's not only me inside the building, it's 2 other hairstylists. Hopefully more down the line, but for now, it's 2 other hairstylists. So I don't know what they've been through throughout the whole day. So, no, and then we all go through things at home. So I don't want to come in with bad energy, or I don't want to walk into bad energy. So I pray over my business before I come in. I pray on the way here. It's just praying through the process, basically. Like, that's it. Before I walk in, I pray. Once I get in here, I'm here. So I put myself in a professional mindset of, okay, this is a business. We can't talk about certain things. We can't use certain verbiage once we're here. You know, even if we have personal relationship with our clients, we can't say the things that we want to say. But once I'm here, I'm here. Once I leave, I pick up my kid from daycare. I have to rush back home to get the other one who's getting off the school bus at a certain time. I have to go and do that, and then we eat dinner, we take baths, and then start.
So you're
Superwoman. We try to be.
You're Superwoman. I don't think people, it's like growing up, we have all these people in our mind and our head that we look up to and that we want to be. But when we become those people, it's like, whoa, I am who I looked up to as a kid. I am a mother. I am a businesswoman. I am a business owner. I am an entrepreneur. You become literally Superwoman, and you may not even know it. Like, the things that you're doing are so great because the average person, the average woman can't do it.
No.
That's why they get afraid. They back out of it. They don't follow their dreams. They're not motivated because they could never do it. They could never wake up and do all that and be on point and be on schedule. Still make money, still be able to feed your family, and still be able to be sane. So you pretty much become Superwoman, and that's a big deal. And like you said, you're taking on. You have 2 people that work with you. What was your process of getting those 2 people and just making sure that there was the right fit for you and for your business? For the person that may be watching this that is thinking about opening up a salon, what was your process of saying, I want to bring in people? Because you have a bunch of stylists that are just working like their little space by themselves. What gave you the leadership role to say, I'm going to get 2 people and have them work with me and build a team? What was your whole process behind it?
We always start with a meet and greet. I want them to come and check out the salon first. Make sure that when you walk in, once you go to taking selfies, that's the background you want. It's simple things, like make sure that you feel like you fit in. Secondly, I want to see you. I want to talk with you. I want to get to sit down and feel what you have going on. So that's the first thing, is meeting them and talking to them before I say, okay, let's sign this contract. Secondly, I want to see pictures. I want to see how talented you are, because at the end of the day, even though you are your own brand, when they walk in, it's Jamie B Experience. When they walk out, it's Jamie B Experience. So when they go to tagging pictures and tagging location, it's gonna say Jamie B Experience. So even if I didn't touch them, it's my salon, it's my business, it's my name. So we're gonna do whatever to protect my name. So I look at pictures. Secondly, I fill them out.
Yeah.
We all have talked on personal levels. So I'm so happy to say that the other 2 girls that I have in here, we have the same vibe. And that's so hard to find. It's hard to find people that vibe with you and not against you. Even on bad days, we rub off on each other. The energy rubs off on one another. So it's all about, finding people who you connect with. And that came with a whole lot of prayer. Like, send me what matched me. Don't send me someone who I have to conflict with, who I have to tiptoe around, or just because I want the boot rent money, I'm gonna put up with certain things. Just I ask God to just send me people who can connect with me spiritually, so that we can grow together, so that I don't have that feeling of I want her gone but I want the money type thing. And I've dealt with that. I've dealt with
taking a little bit more.
I dealt with compromising and having people in my salon that made me uncomfortable. But maybe it was around holiday time or something, and I'm like, I'm gonna let her stay for another week and get the boot rent, and then but I don't like the feeling of that I can't be myself. I can't be happy in what I call mine. So you just have to find people that you connect with.
What do you dealing with people in just different energy, different vibes, and do you feel comfortable to say, hey, what's going on? Because I feel like a lot of people that have salons, they don't have that, hey, what are you going through? What do you want to talk about? How do you deal with your employees, or people that's contracted through the Jamie B Experience? How do you deal with them to make sure that they are on the right track, they are motivated, they are not only working with the Jamie B Experience, but also building themselves up as well? How do you keep people motivated as well? Because being a boss, it's about, feeding everybody as well, like making sure everybody, like you're not just working for the Jamie B Experience, making sure you're doing, you hitting your goals and you're on point and you're on target for yourself as well. How do you keep your team motivated so that everybody winning, everybody shining? How do you keep it motivated?
It's becoming personal with the people who you're around every day. I spend more time with these women than what I spend with my family. So sometimes you have to be that nosy neighbor and get involved, because it should be a sisterhood. It should be to where you feel like your family and you can come to me and you can talk to me, because maybe I'm in the position that you're trying to get to, or maybe one day you want to open a salon, or you have bigger dreams in the hair industry that I can give you tips or whatever. So I think you should become personal with the people that you're around.
Yeah.
So we all talk, and if one's having a bad day, we cheer them on, we cry together, we laugh together. It becomes a family thing. It's not competition.
Yeah.
You can't be in the same building with someone and everybody's in competition. Most of the time it's dog eat dog.
Yeah.
But that's not how it is here. We're a family. And so when business is slow, because as hairstylists you will learn your slow seasons. So when business is slow, and I've been doing hair for 8 years, so I kind of know when it's slow for me, when it's going to become slow. So I've kind of told that to them. On such and such week, you won't have any clients. You might have 1 or 2 clients. That's when you print out those flyers and you get to promoting. And like I said once before, everybody is not on Instagram. You're not going to find a judge or someone in those higher professions. They're not sitting on social media all day.
Yeah.
So you need to do the footwork. You
Yeah.
have to put the effort into your business that you want your business to be. You have to put 100% effort if you want to be 100% successful. So that means going to put flyers on every car in the parking lot, handing out business cards, sometimes running a special. If you're slow, some money is better than no money.
Yeah.
So run a special, promote. That's the biggest thing, is just putting that effort into your business.
I'm so glad you said that about the footwork. I feel like, because back in the day it was like, if you didn't have a flyer, you was nothing. Like nobody was talking about you. But now with social media, it's like if your Instagram is not popping, then you're not popping. But how do you still withstand? Like, I am a great stylist. I just don't have the followers. I don't have the look that I'm appear to be popping. How do you still have to do that old school footwork. You still have to, somebody like your hair, you still have to whip out that card and be like, here. But some people have the mentality is it's only Instagram, it's only social. Like you said, you're not going to find those people. So that was a valid point that you made when doing that old school work of still grinding on a pavement, because that's how that true lunge. I always say, if social media is not around, who will you be? Who will your business be? Who will your brand be? How do you feel about that?
I just feel like you are what you attract. Most of the time you're going to get a younger audience when you're on Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook. You're going to get the younger audience, or you're going to get the people that's doing the exact same things that you're doing. You don't want to attract those type of people all the time. You want to attract more professional people because they have the finances to come every week. So you have to always keep your business in mind. It's not about posting a picture and this picture looking pretty all the time, or posting that you have this going on and that going on. You want to be able to keep a steady clientele, because even though your picture was pretty, if the work and effort isn't behind that, they're not coming back the next week, and they're definitely not coming back the next month. So you want to get those clients who have the financial stability to come to you as often as they please and as often as you want them to. And that goes hand in hand with footwork. That goes hand in hand in branding yourself outside of social media. So that's why it's important to do both. Social media is where it's at right now. However, you're not going to find certain people on social media. So you have to be ready and willing to get out there and brand yourself to the people that you are most intimidated by.
So I'm kind of wrap up, and I'm gonna ask you the Jamie B experience. What is next for the Jamie B experience? What is anything coming up? Anything that people need to be on the lookout for?
Next is me trying to kind of slow down so that I can get back into school. So right now I'm just kind of fair warning my clients that I'm about to get back into school, and so I'm trying to get myself on a routine to where I can still be in school and work and still have a successful business while being in school. So that's the next big thing for me. Probably in March I think I'm going to start back school, and I'll need to be in school and dedicated for about 6 months. So I'm still taking clients, but I just have to pace myself so that I don't go crazy while trying to work, be a mom, and everything else, you know. So I just need to pace myself, and that's my next.
So that you can open this school, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the next big brand.
That's the big goal.
But
that's the big goal.
So we need a school, right?
We need a school.
We definitely need a
So
school.
that's it's just I'm trying to pace myself because I am one of those people who are like, let's get it done, let's get it done, let's get it done.
Yeah.
So I have to pace myself because that's my next biggest thing is to go back to school.
Yeah. So far as like, we can give us a quick motivational tip for the entrepreneur hairstylists out there that may be watching this. Give us something that they just need to keep it going, right?
Don't give up, and it's going to be a lot of times where this business slows down or you feel like you haven't had a client all week. Don't give up. Promote. Either they're going to get sick of seeing the same thing and unfollow you, or they're going to get sick of the same thing and book with you. So don't give up. Work hard. Have passion behind what you do. And the biggest thing is just to pray. Pray about everything. Even on your bad days, even on your sad days, when you feel like nothing is going right, stay prayed up. Gain a support system. Find somebody to confide in. And just find you a mentor. That's the thing. Find a mentor, somebody you can openly talk to and look up to, and stick around people who have good energy. And you have to be around people that want you to become successful. You can't be around people who want to see you at the same position because they've been in the same position for the last 5 years. You have to stay around people who feed you good vibes, feed you good energy. So that's the biggest thing, is to be around people who want to see you do better.
That's vital. On social media as well. I always say this. People say, "Oh, I had to cut her off. She's not my friend. She didn't support me," but they still follow me on social media. Like, back in the day, it was who you kicked it with on a porch, right?
Yeah.
But today, it's who you kick it with on social media. It's about your social media friends. If all you seeing is negativity, that's who you kicking it with. So it's not just about, oh, I don't hang with her. Yes, you do, because you're watching her content on Instagram. That is vital. You have to get rid of those people. You have to follow the motivators, the people that are moving and shaking, the people that are trailing to success, the people that are going places. Even if you're not following people that's just successful, you need to be following people that's getting up daily, on a daily basis, that's motivating, that's moving, that's doing things. Because you just following the same people, you're still kicking it with them. So get rid of those people on your Instagram, because you're still on a porch kicking it with them.
I think your Instagram should be like I think your Instagram followers and the people who may follow you or things like that. I think that goes hand in hand with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think that you should follow people who want that same goal, who want to be successful. I mean, it's okay to follow funny people. It's okay to, but when it comes
little bit
to
indulgence, but it can't take up the whole thing.
I don't think you should follow people who steady bash women, who steady who's a criminal and things like that. People who just really are negative people who just always have something bad to say, always turning like good things into bad things. Like, I think you should follow what you want to be. Other than that, constantly you're going to indulge in negativity. You're going to think that it's funny. It's going to become your lifestyle. So I think that it's important to follow people that the first thing when you wake up and you get on Instagram, I think it should be people who motivate you throughout the day. People who just pray, have a scripture or something like that. I think you should just follow people that you want to be like, or people that want to be like you. I just think you should follow
align yourself with that. It has to become a lifestyle. To truly be successful,
like the same people.
It has to be a lifestyle. You can't say, I want to be successful, but your feed is nothing but negativity. You can't. Being successful, wanting it, have to become a lifestyle. You have to follow other hungry.
But that comes in with focus too. Like, you have to learn how to block out, even if it's family and friends. If all day, every day, they just sit on Instagram and they're posting nonsense that has nothing to do with business, nothing to do with success. I think that comes into you having a tunnel vision and you say, okay, I love you, but I'm not following you. So you have to learn how to block, just like you block them out of your everyday life, you have to block them on social media. So you have to have tunnel vision.
You do. You have to. When you go on your Instagram, it should be something educational that you're taking away. If you're going on your Instagram feed and you're not getting nothing educational, no tokens that you can use in your everyday life, you need a new feed, you need new followers, you need new motivators, you need new people in your life. Not necessarily, we grew up in certain neighborhoods, so we don't have all these people close to us. So it have to be the people that you align yourself with on social media that's giving you that motivation, right? What's your Instagram and your booking information and everything that people can find you to do business with you, because you're a businesswoman?
My Instagram is Jamie B. My personal, I like people to kind of get personal with me too, but sometimes there's a give and take. It's pros and cons to that. So my professional Instagram is Jamie B Experience. Is JAMIE.BEE. I think it's underscore experience.
Mhm.
I'll tag it into the photo, into the video. And my Facebook is Jamie B. And you can book with me on Acuity scheduling. All you have to do is type in Jamie B Experience and it'll pop right up. I do have a style seat. I don't prefer to use style seat, but you still can book through style seat. Once you book, I'm going to send you to the direct link for you to book with the direct link. So that's it. And you can text me. I'm very personal with my clients. You can call and text me. And then once you call and text me, I'll give you the instructions on how to book.
This was amazing.
Yes.
This was amazing. I feel like people out there that don't know you got a good glimpse at who you are, your business, your brand, where you're going, what you're doing, and this was good. So y'all check her out. Make sure y'all check her out. Follow her, motivate her, keep her going, support her, family, friends. Support her.
But let's switch the hot seat.
Let's switch the hot seat.
You have a lot going on right now.
I have.
You have a ton of things going on right now. So let's give the audience a little bit of Reiona and what you have going on and what you're about to blow up on. Let's put that in there right quick.
It's so much. I'm literally a mompreneur. That's why we can relate. You know, I have a online boutique, Illusions.com. It started off as a store. Moved it to strictly e-commerce, so I have that. That's Illusions. I am a hairstylist as well. I do strictly natural hair, and that's Reiona, Reiona Reiona.star _ hair. I'm in real estate school, so
That's big.
I'm buying our blocks back. I'm in real estate school at the moment. And I'm just really doing it out. You can follow me on my personal page. Reiona.lifestyle. That's Reiona.lifestyle. LIFESTYLE. And from there, you can pretty much find a lot with a lot of what I'm doing. I also have a podcast. And I just speak nothing but motivation, positivity, and I'm kind of like shining the light on like up and coming, because I feel like people, they just want to shine the light once they made it, and you just see them in this big light when they made it, but you don't really see like that trail. You don't see that growing, that growing process. So that's why I started my podcast, just for like that daily content, because I wake up sometimes and it's not my best day, and I'm like, what am I doing? And I have to remind myself, like, you have a bigger purpose, keep it going. So that's what kind of like my podcast is. So I have that, and you can get through that through my personal page as well. So just check me out on my personal page, and pretty much from that platform, it's everything that I do and everything that I have going on. So it's about to be a crazy year, and I'm super
This is a good year.
It's definitely a good year. So y'all just stay tuned, and we're gonna have to do this more often. More next time we're gonna do it with the stylists, the other stylists in the Jamie B Experience, so everybody can get like the full package. And just stay tuned. Stay tuned to the Jamie B Experience, because this girl is about to be on some fire. So y'all stay on the lookout for her.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Reiona. Oh, the music.